Good afternoon, everybody. Matrix here. Here's my trade recap for January 11th. Okay, so I did take a few trades today. I'm green overall. I'm not going to show you guys my P&L because that really has nothing to do with anything. But however, I will show you guys the few trades that I took and some trades that I think would deliver more value to and more relatable trades that normal people take. Okay, it's basically setups that we here at Trick Trades take all the time, and I'm going to show you what I did today. All right. So first up, let's take a look at ATVI real quick. ATVI, I took two trades on it, and they were fantastic. Okay, I last night ATVI was on my watch list. I saw the after hours dump here, and then I put it on my watch list, and I put a plan out for pop and drop. Now, as we open today, this is the opening candle. It basically dropped right away, straight out of the gates, and I missed this. I missed this massive down move. Okay, it's the first minute. There really was no. Well, there is, but it's really tough to catch this first minute move because it's at the market open. It's very emotional. I mean, if I were to short this out the gates, I would risk a little bit about 47 right here, which is a key psychological whole number, as you can see. And if you were to enter it right away, the opening price is at 46.38, right? So you would risk about this much, what, 65 cents to gain this move. I mean, some could argue they could risk the 46.60s, the previous high candle, but I don't know. I just don't see a proper trade in here with the risk to reward, right? However, I did make this on my watch list saying that it's going to dump out of the gates and then pop, and then I'm going to look for another pop, right? And to short into. So what happened? ATVI open up. I missed this candle, and I saw it dump again. And from here, this is actually not a good trade. I chased it short, and I shorted it right here. Right about here at the bottom of this candle. As soon as it broke the previous candle's red, I shorted it, and then it came back up to the VWAP, tested, and failed. Okay, so when I entered my short here, I was basically risking a little bit above the opening of this candle, the high. And once I see the VWAP kind of tagged, it's basically game over, right? Once it rejected this VWAP point, this was the perfect entry right here, this short. I got in early and it wasn't a good trade, but nonetheless, it worked out. And this candle would have been the perfect entry. As you see this reject the VWAP, you could have entered here or here and then bring it all the way back down. Your first target would probably be the low of day right here, and then you would pay yourself here. And as it comes down, you can ride this out. I ended up paying myself right here, and I paid myself as soon as, is this the 45? Yeah, I ended up paying myself somewhere around this area as well. Okay, and then as it came up and then it hit the VWAP, I basically kind of got out. Okay, and then I saw this VWAP reject again. I shorted it some more. I wrote it back down. As soon as it snapped this 45, I paid myself, and then I took it off once again as it came back up. Now, here is the good trade of it. I'm going to show you guys my good trade. That's a first trade with ATVI on my first short. The second trade I want to show you is actually this right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the long on ATVI. All right. So here is the timestamp. All right. Let's move this out of the way. Let me show you where I bought it. 956 is where I bought it here. Hold on. Jeez. Okay, so I bought it at 956. I bought it at this candle. Okay. As soon as I saw it kind of reversed, okay, it got back above the 9 EMA, it's kind of like scooping, and I also saw a higher low. Okay, and it's not just a higher low; it's a higher low from the 45 area. It basically reclaimed 45. I'm gonna mark off 45 right here. It basically reclaimed a key psychological whole number of 45. Okay, this candle, this green candle right here, it broke out and reclaimed. I want one more candle to test it. It held the 9 EMA, so I just took it. I took it long, and I was risking a little bit under 45, and let it ride. So my thesis on this was to ride it up to 46 because I had a downtrend line plotted out. I think my downtrend line was plotted out. Let me see. I think it was plotted out like this or something like that. Right? I had a downtrend line plotted out kind of like this. And my plan was to get it back up to 46. Okay, so let's bring in my my trade again. So there's the entry at 9:56 a.m., which is this candle. Oh no, it was the green candle right here. This green candle. As soon as this rejected, the next candle held the 9 EMA. I got in. My average was 45.18, I believe. Yeah, 45.16. So as I wrote this up, I paid myself here at the $half mark, which is at 10 a.m. sharp. So this candle, I paid myself, and then I let it hold, and I took half off here. It bounced right off the VWAP, and it basically followed trend. And then I had this trend marked out. Okay, I marked it off, linking this. I had this long-term trend marked out, or a uptrend line marked out, because once it bounced off the VWAP here, this initially is more of a higher low, in my opinion, and this is the first higher low. So I connected the two higher low, and I drew this uptrend line. Once I paid myself, I have 50 shares left, which is 25 shares left, half size, and I basically just let that half ride until my target hit, and it eventually hit at 46 right here at 10:13 a.m. So that would be right here in this candle. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna mark that off. This candle right here, that's where I took it off. So I wrote it up $1, almost $1. Okay. I saw it tap out 46 once, twice, and then by the third time it got close, I basically just took it off and paid myself. Right. Because that was the trade that I was going for. I saw it coming up into this downtrend line, so I didn't want to risk it coming right back down on me. That's why I took it off, and that was my my plan on the trade. So that's ATVI long. Next up, I want to talk about CGC. Okay, so bring CGC into play. CGC, I made one fantastic trade on it, and it's a short. Let's bring up the picture here, or my entry here. Okay, so here is the entry for CGC. On the way up, I shorted it 3 times, and then on the way down, I paid myself twice. It was basically Oh, you didn't see the final piece. I'll show you the final piece in a bit, okay? So on the way down, I paid myself actually 3 times to close the trade because I had 75, and then half of that is 37, and then I had 38 shares left. I let that ride real good. I'll tell you where it is, okay? So let's show you the entry right now. So CGC was on my watch list last night, and I was talking about the daily chart right here, how it would I would watch for the retest of 40 and then fail, or a pop-up of 40 and then fail. So in the morning, I saw that it broke out of yesterday's highs at 98, and I basically just let it run. Okay, I just let it run. I missed this long move here. Let's zoom in a little bit. There was an entry point where you can actually get in and long this, right? As soon as you saw this bounce right here, the next candle you would have been able to get in, and you're basically risking off a little bit under the VWAP, right? So or a little bit under 37. So if I were to take this trade, I would risk a little bit under 37. And I talked about this on my watch list last night. Last night, I also mentioned that I had a long-term trend line mapped out 1, 2, 3 days. From here, I said to draw this trend line. Okay. Was it like this that I wanted it to draw? No. It was something like this. Yes. Here's that trend line I told you guys to draw out. All right. Basically, as soon as the stock recovered this trend line this morning, you can see it drop, and as soon as it recovered, it basically broke out. Right. So here's that breakout of the trend line. But yeah, so I missed this long entry, so I just let it go, and of course, it came to fruition. It popped over 38. I mean, this could have been an entry, but it's a little bit overextended and haven't pulled back yet. So I wouldn't have taken this, but it held 38, so you could have tried it. I wouldn't have taken it personally since it's so overextended. I just let it run. So my next area of interest was the $40 mark, which I called out on my watch list last night. And as it came up to 40 right here, let's map that off. Okay, it popped through real quick, and then it rejected. This candle right here would have been a perfect entry. As you see this rejection, right? This candle would have been my mentor's ideal entry. He would have entered here for sure if he was watching this. All right. For me, I missed this candle. Okay, I missed it, so I let it go. And then as it chopped around, I was thinking double top 40. I'll take it. Okay. So as it chopped around, it slowly grinded back up, and this is where it gets interesting. I saw it coming back up real slow, and it's nearing the 40 mark. And then all of a sudden, I see this candle right here at 1106. This massive candle. This whole grind action up was really, really slow, right? And it was holding the 9 EMA all along. Like it was just chopping along the 9 EMA. This little scoop action kind of gave me some doubts and told me that the stock is still strong. That's why I didn't short it. And it was riding this from here. Let's see. Hold on. From right here on this candle, as it was riding up, this to me was very strong. So I didn't take the short just yet because it got back above the 9, and then it held the 9, held the 9, held the 9. And then finally, this candle happened. Major snap on the 9. This candle came down so quick, right? And this is when I was interested. Here's my entry. My entry was right here, 39.69. Right as soon as this candle snapped, I shorted it. And I got the average of 39.70s. Okay, and then really quickly it bounced right back up on me, and then it tapped out. I added in size at 1109 and 1110. So where's 1109? So here is my entry right here. 1109 would be right here at the top. I added here. And as it was topping out and coming down again, I added it some more. Because basically I was risking a little bit above the previous high right here. Okay. So my risk was super tight. My goal was the VWAP. Okay. So once I added it in and I got my position in, I just let it work, right? And I covered some as it came down. By this time, my average was 30. 39.85. Yeah, by this time my average was 39.85. I can bring that in for you and show you. So here is the short 39.85 after the 3 ads. And knowing that 39.85, I was in 150 shares, and I paid myself at took half off right at this candle, at the very next candle, to size down because it came down to 39.74. I didn't want to use that much size into it. It was just a test trade, so I took half off and covered 75 shares on the very next candle, and then on the next candle was 11.58. So this candle I covered as it came down to the 75 mark. Mark that off. Change the colors. And then 11.58 as well. I covered half. So let's scroll on along. Let's see. Right here, this big wash candle. This big wash candle. Covered another half. And then by that time, I have 38 shares left. Now I want to also mark off my average here. So, which is, yeah, my average after all these ads is right about here. Okay. Yeah, come on, trying to get this straight. Okay, you guys get it. I can't get it perfectly straight, but that's just me. Anyways, 38 shares left. Let's see my cover point here. I'm gonna find that cover point. There it is. Okay. So CGC cover is, let me bring that in. Here it is. The time, 12:28:18. Okay, I covered my last 38 shares. 12:28:18. So that would be right here as it snaps. So I covered right here. And that was the trade for me because I brought it right back down to VWAP. That was basically according to my plan, and I exited. Now, had I held, I mean, it would have worked out fantastic, right? I mean, I had paid myself already. I hammered it, add, got my perfect average from here at 38.5. Paid myself on a flush, and then paid myself some more at my target. After I paid myself here, I could have just held this final last bit and write it down to the key psychological whole number of 38. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, that's the toughest part of trading. It's not about getting the proper entries. Is learning how to pay yourself and make sure that you are safe afterwards, right? So the reason why I paid myself is because when it washed, it basically washed out over the 39.50s area. It popped down real quick. And as you can see, 39.50s played a key intraday role here. Okay, so as it bounced and it came down, and that was it. That's the trade. Okay, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about my very last piece of cover here. Okay, I saw it come down to the VWAP and I missed this exit. Okay, I wanted 39, exact 39. I wanted actually 39.01 because I knew it was going to bounce from 39, the key psychological whole number. What happened was I did not take it off here because this candle never got down there. This candle's low was 39.05. But now that I'm thinking about it, I should have took it right off here at 39.11 and just be happy with it. I mean, 10 cents difference. I could have lost all this money had it rolled all the way back up, right? 10 cents. I should have just took it. But I didn't, and it came back up and failed. It gave me a second chance to get out. So I got out, and then this happened to me, right? So there is a key lesson here. about psychology. And this is the difference between the 90% of losing traders out there versus the 10% of the winning traders out there. Okay, the 10% winning traders and the consistent professional winning traders, they would have been able to hold this piece all the way down for sure. I guarantee you. 2 years after studying under the same mentor, after studying under Trick, and watching him do it day in, day out, for sure, I guarantee you he would have been able to hold through all that with the very last piece of his size, right? And that's what we strive for at Trick Trades, okay? So that's how he teaches us, that's how he trades. Slowly every day I'm getting better. I'm being able to hold longer and longer as I let my winners ride. That's the toughest part, because letting your winners ride comes from a mentality. It's a mindset thing, right? The human mind is always trying to protect us and protect us from trouble. So as soon as we see a little green coming back up, the brain tells us that, oh, we don't want to lose these gains. We better take our money while we can, and all these signals come out. But in actuality, to be a good, profitable, consistent trader, you must be able to hold through, right? And not let the mind hijack you, okay? So in the past, I would have covered up right back in here. As you can see, the stock did actually come back up to test 40 and over my my entry price, okay? And then it failed 40 again. In the past, once I saw this, I would have gotten out, okay? But my plan was to actually stop out right here, right? So I didn't. So that's an improvement. The second improvement is that in the past, if the stock did this after I paid myself, I would have gotten out as well. But I didn't. I held. And then when this happened, I would have gotten out. But I didn't. I held and stuck to my plan. And eventually I held on longer and longer and developed that mentality. I'm still not there yet, but I'm getting there slowly, daily, through practice. I'm getting there. And right here, I got out according to my plan. Next time or the next trade, I'm going to try to ride it even more, right? I might pay myself again once it hit my plan and try to ride the rest down. Okay? And that is true development of how to become a real profitable, consistent professional trader. Okay, and if you're interested in changing the ways you are trading, if you are a losing trader or newer and beginning traders, I would definitely recommend joining Trick Trades. Okay, it's Trick himself has helped a lot of people change their trading, mine included. Okay, he basically turns my whole trading world around. Right, so check out the video link description if you need a discount and the link. Okay, I can get you a discount there. Contact me through DMs. I have all my contact information in there as well. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe for more future content to come. Let me know what you think about this recap. All right, I read all my comments and I answer all questions in my comment sections as well. So I'll be looking forward to you guys interacting with me. Have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. Thanks.